All right. Calling up Jay. I don't hear audio. Did I screw this? Oh, this is probably some settings. If you can hear me, but I can't hear you, Jay, it's probably just mic settings again. Let me do some tweaking here. Audio and video settings. Microphone. Here we go. We want this. Let's try that. But I'm not hearing Jay. It says we're connected. Jay, you might need to chat with me in chat to communicate, or into the Skype interface as I try to solve the tech problem here. What is up with this? Audio and video. I don't want it to try and take this. It's hearing me. Why am I not hearing Jay? Might be Jay's mic. I don't know. Jay, are you sure your mic is clearing its various Skype tests? Here, I wonder if I can. Yeah, we can hang up and try again, but I bet it's passing the Skype test. Okay, so he's chatting at me that it's working there, so why am I not hearing it here? Why am I not hearing it here? Maybe it's outputting into the wrong place. Let me try one other thing in my settings. Well, I'm going to switch this, see if that does anything. Speakers. Oh, here we go. Here we go. No? Okay. I think I figured it out. I think it's on me, and I think I figured it out. I don't know what's like. I feel like all of my settings reset every time I restart my computer on every piece of software I have. But I think this is going to do it. Check, check, check. No, not that one. Speakers. Real Dell. Maybe it's this. Is it this? Check, check, check. No. One of these speakers is on the wrong thing.
It's working.
Hey.
Good.
All right, we got there.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. I'm so glad it's you because I was trying a new headset today.
Oh, good. Yeah. No, I just had, there was, for some reason, Skype was like, all that stuff you set? Nah, we're going to change it on you, Ryan. You don't want all that stuff you set before.
Oh, they pushed a new build out. They do that every time, and it wipes everything.
Oh, really? That must have been it, because everything I had set so carefully to make this work with Jay on Skype was undone. But we got there.
Woohoo!
So hold on, let me share my screen with Jay.
Thank you, sir.
And you start talking about your decks while I get them into our tools.
That sounds good. All right, so this is sort of, to my understanding, the last week we'll actually have the full mess that we have right now. Am I extra loud? I can cut my mic down.
You're a little loud. Let's pull that down a touch, or I can do it from my end too, I bet. But yeah, maybe you should do it from yours if possible.
I will happily try and do it for mine. As I said, it's a new mic. Oh, it's actually automatic over here on this end.
Okay, well, I wonder if I can soften you on my end.
Doesn't necessarily give it to me. Actually, I can move the mic farther away. Does that help?
No, I'll just lower the volume on my end. Try again. Do some talking.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Is that a little better?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking chat.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say the
Oh,
sound quality on this is not an improvement over what you were before, but the volume
oh,
is fine
okay.
now.
Well, I will switch back next week. I got a high-end headset to see if it helped, and of course, it doesn't. I think that is the way of the world, though.
Right. Good enough, though. Good enough.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, I was about to mention this is sort of the end of the season for the super every format, etc. From what I've seen from a couple of posts, they're going to start allowing in cards from the new set and introducing a format that doesn't have M19 and doesn't have the old sets in it.
Yeah,
So
we haven't talked about that from a design standpoint, but what do you think about that as a game designer?
well, I mean, you mean them rotating out the old sets?
No,
They
not
have.
they have to do that, but this is the first time Wizards has ever offered any way to kind of lightly test the new format before it exists in digital space, which I think is pretty interesting. Like, what do they call it? M20 standard or 2020 standard 2020 or whatever they're calling it. I think that's a really interesting thing to offer ahead of a rotation. That's all.
No, I think it is too. I mean, trying new formats is always a good idea. I've always been a very experimental game design. In going with game design, throw out something new, see if it works. Worst case, you've added novelty, and you don't do that again.
All right, I'm throwing links to the 2 decks you submitted to MTG Goldfish. And which one do you want to do first? And I'll put that one in the stream.
So let's go ahead and start with the Skypeless Skype deck. Scape deck.
Scape-less Scape.
Scape-less Scape deck. Teach me to be on Skype and have Skype on the brain.
Skype shift.
Yes. So basically, this is a deck that, first of all, will basically work in the upcoming format. The big card you'll see that rotates out is the sideboard tutor, but you still have Karn. And Karn with the sideboard tutor is sufficient. It's interesting because basically this uses the mana engine of a Scape Shift deck to sort of do a ramp deck type spells, just cast truly monstrous things, but from all colors. And it can always go to the sideboard and grab Escape Shift if it wants, but it doesn't do that often. It basically puts Field of Dreams out there, but that's sort of a secondary plan. The deck's still a bit rough. It's a bit related to the Scape Shift Land Destruction deck, which isn't really land destruction until late, but anyway, it also works in standard 2020 format.
Okay.
So go ahead and start with that. It is complex, so you're going to have to think about things. You basically want to watch your...
You always do this to me.
Yeah, the next deck's easier, but this one is a lot of fun. I wanted to at least lead in with it.
All right. So now I have it put into Stream Decker, so you can ! deck to get this current list up in front of your face. And
go ahead and bring it up. Just watch the lands that you play. You obviously want to be playing tap things first, but you're trying to get green, blue, and black lands into play. You would really like to have 2 mana green, blue on the second turn for the acceleration. And if you can get that in, that would be ideal. You can't always do that. I mean, it is a 5-color deck.
We will try. Switching to the paid account, where we do our standard stuff, since if we want to buy wild cards, that's totally cool on the free-to-play account.
And on the plus side, these cards should be all forward-looking.
Yeah.
If there aren't, I suspect we can easily sub the cards in this deck. Let's see what we don't have.
Must be this one.
Is there anything in the main? What do you see that's missing over there?
Probably in the sideboard.
Yeah, pop in the sideboard.
Hold on, let me update the name. How about shiftless escape shift? And let's look at what we're missing in the board and decide what's missing?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's illegal because it's. Oh no, there we go. We got one woodland stream. I think we can handle it. We can do this. Woo! Breaking the bank.
Absolutely. All right. Let's go ahead and take this for a quick whirl. See how it does. I was doing pretty well with playing at Platinum this week. It's a, everything at the higher levels right now is pretty close, but it was over 50%. But its biggest weakness is aggro, which I don't see a lot of. You're probably going to see more than I am at gold level, which is where I think you are.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have a harder fight when you hit the hyper aggros.
Gotcha. Well, we're silver here. Yeah, we might face a lot of mono red in this neck of the woods.
So this is fairly solid as it goes for a draw.
Yeah, I got a bedeck for early trouble. No black in hand yet.
But that's okay.
It's okay.
And Fiddles, replace it with Karn and an artifact sideboard. Okay, target number 1. Just
nice.
Kill it and buy yourself time.
All right. No, actually, let's do it with Tomb.
So there are better options, except
what's this about?
You're using the land destruction to kill their Field of Dreams late in the game. You only have 3 of them, David.
Can't pick off the reef this turn, so they're going to get a reef. We're going to play a tap land, and then probably Vraska next turn and pick off the reef.
That would be ideal. That thing can do nasty things in this format.
Yeah, here comes
Hopefully
the
they won't
Scampering
get more than
Scorcher.
a card.
Yep.
Oh,
Called it.
I hate to see that, but good call. Still gonna hurt.
It was easy. I just asked myself what the worst possible result could be and called it. Funny, they got no lands off that. Just 3 straight gasoline draws. Great. All right. No problem. Well, we're giving up.
You still have to do it.
Still have to do it. Vraska is going to die to the crackback, but...
So this was a little under a 50% draw, just so you know. You didn't get any mana acceleration, and you generally get that in a little over half your games.
Yeah, so a little under average there.
A little under average. I mean, it's not a terrible draw. It's not anything I would have mulliganed. So I wonder what Oppo's doing.
Maybe deciding whether Vraska matters? I don't know. I think they'd send 1 at Vraska. That seems pretty obvious.
It seems pretty obvious. You send 1 at Vraska, 2 at the Dome, and play something else. It's not like you're doing anything.
Maybe the doorbell rang or whatever.
Oh, that happens too.
Yeah, sometimes that's what my rope is about.
I'm just glad that Vraska made it into a late format deck.
This is bad TV.
Yeah, they are. They're joke.
Let's see. They may just be gone. I don't know.
They may be. Or just confused or something. I don't know. Even better. Good top deck. Oh.
What do we want to do?
Oh, yeah, I guess you have to.
I was going to go Golos, but is that not right?
Yeah, go ahead and go Golos. Go Golos. Let's see what you can get. Since you have a field...
We have no white. Is there...
Right, go ahead and grab a white. There's 2 black whites. There's one. The other one, there's another one in there also. I would get the other one. There it is.
Get the temple is better.
Yep, lets you scry. Perfect.
Sure.
Next turn, you get a bunch of random stuff. This is one of the few turns you won't sacrifice something here.
Yeah,
but,
I don't think I've ever done this before. Decline Vraska's...
Yeah, well, soon you'll be throwing away lots of little garbage tokens. But that's what the 2/2s are for.
So maybe if this deck is hot, we're going to be facing Field of the Dead for the next year?
All the solutions to Field of the Dead rotated out. Or not all of them, but a lot of them. And I'm a little concerned about that. Because it really wasn't Scape Shift that made Field of the Dead so good.
Seems like they're not here. I don't care about my ranking. I'm just going to bail and get to someone who's actually playing us. Doesn't seem worth waiting around to show...
No. Let's try to look. On the plus side, at least you got to play Goldfish Draw.
Yeah.
And see how it goes.
Unfortunately, timing out into wins is, I think, why some people do it. Not that Oppo was doing it there. Not a lot of diversity in our colors, but we do have the ability to play everything we have in hand, so I think this is also a keep.
Yeah, again, it's...
I say question mark because we only have a 4. Like, our first play is on 4, so we may get run over, but if we don't get run over, I like how we're set up, so I'm going to keep this.
Sure. It is on the borderline of keep, no keep. So, speaking of players who behave badly, do things like timeout, because I had some that were at the platinum level. You get some who are incredibly hostile. They will drag things out. I had an opponent literally with no permanence who was maxing out the timer every turn, while I was beating him down with a 3/3 from 20-something life.
That's pretty raw.
It took 40 minutes to kill him. To kill Alpha. And one of the things that I've sort of wondered why y'all didn't put in when you were doing this was a thumbs up, thumbs down rating for players.
Just time.
Or some... Okay, it was on the agenda.
Yeah, we talked about it. Like ways to report players very easily. Because sometimes even the presence of the ability to report causes people to not behave badly because they don't want to risk being reported. Well, we got a Rejuvenator. We get to play that on 3 here.
Absolutely, and which is kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm. Ramp us to...
Good call.
Golos, maybe. At least we get Vraska, because this is a ETB tap, so we'll see what we draw. All right. You all tell me if I'm a bad person or not. My opponent... in a ranked queue or whatever, was playing a mill deck that comboed off by having the play a blue card, Oppo Mills 2, the legend blue wizard legend that copies a spell, and then the spell that says blink a permanent and you can cast it from exile without paying its cost. So that basically you repeat cast the wizard again, in perpetuity. So, and they slowly through this process. Sorry, I'm gonna take a break here to do this and scry. Do we want land? Yeah, we want some new fresh lands.
You do need that land.
All right, and then we go Vraska.
Okay, go Vraska. Kill the 2/1.
Yeah.
I leave dead bodies wherever I go.
Anyway, so the Oppo was doing this, and basically I had a pretty thick library left, and I was annoyed at losing to Mill, and but I was F6'd. I had nothing I could do, and I was totally gonna lose, but I had stuff to do, so I just started doing other stuff and let them do their combo out. Should I have just scooped and been nice, or did I? Was it? Oh, I didn't stall. Like, I wasn't roping them on purpose or anything. All I did was not scoop. Was it bad manners of me to not scoop there?
So let me give you the answer from chess, from back when I was a pro chess player. So one of the things was that's a cultural answer in part. There are cultures that don't resign ever in chess. There are also cultures, of course, like American culture, where it's fine to quit, and even within some standards, it's fine to rage quit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you've really got sort of a cultural whether what you did was okay. Because it is within the bounds of normal standards. Play Goals first.
First? Well, it doesn't matter, right? Because we're going to play that one, and then this will get us a... One of the two would get us a...
It could have possibly influenced what you played.
That's fair. If this was our only one, although this was a
probably
dupe,
not.
So we needed to play something unique.
Right. I guess you can get whatever you want to, and it's probably not going to matter.
We'll get white again. So let's get that white,
Get
black
the white,
scry.
black scry. And you even get a friend.
That was my feeling, Dirt Sleep. It's like, you chose this deck. If you're going to be as annoying as to win people by milling out this way, I'm going to make you do it. That was my thinking. But then I was like, maybe I'm being petty. But Magic can bring that out in you sometimes. All right, are we keeping this?
That's a fine card to keep, yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
You're probably going to play a bunch of spells for free. You've got the full mana cycle there.
Right. I might as well send this.
They're doing nothing to stop you on the ground.
Salty but acceptable seems like a reasonable assessment of my my decision on that game.
So they don't have you on too hard of a clock. Especially, oh, never mind. Now that could be it.
That clock felt pretty hard to me, Jay.
That clock was pretty hard. I should know better than to say something. The magic gods punish me for speaking words.
Oh yeah, they were listening closely. Good to know they're watching. Thanks for watching, magic gods.
As I warned you, this deck has some issues with aggro. It is not vetted against it. The other deck is much stronger against it. I pull this deck out when the format gets really slow because it just hits like a brick and is fairly deterministic. You can't counter through it. You can't over control it. It can throw out as many tokens as the other decks can.
Another hand that starts at 4. Are we keeping this?
Keep it. This is what this deck does.
All right.
We
do have our field.
I warned you, it's slow. Yeah,
Let's
start with the field.
Well, let's start with stream.
That's actually a better call.
Colored mana matters. Generally, though, you want to start with your lands that absolutely must enter the battlefield tapped.
That's not enough. You don't have the 2 colors.
No,
so
but we can Rupture Spire to get it started.
Mm-hmm. And you can kill the 2/1 they're going to drop on this turn.
Oh my god, actual value from the Miscreant.
I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Oh, that's even better.
Let's see, so how do we want to do this? We go... Well, if we want to bedeck... Well, I guess bedeck doesn't matter anymore. Man, we just keep facing aggressive Skies deck.
I would play the lands first.
Okay, so
Skies
field...
is a real deck. Wait. See what you draw.
Okay, good point.
See what you draw, and then opt out the best 2 of 3.
Probably Tomb.
Yeah, Tomb.
Because then if we draw a unique land off the top, we can root into field triggers.
Actually, you play the land first, then you root. So you get 2/2/2s.
Yeah.
Although killing their creature is almost actually might be worthwhile here.
I think we have to do it anyway.
Yeah, well, I think you might Vraska here.
Well, if we Vraska, they kill her. Is that fine?
So?
Alright. As long as you're okay with it, Jay, then I'm okay.
You're taking out one of their key creatures.
Before I make you disappear, I've suffered worse.
I mean, you don't really care about these unless they have the Rally of Wings, as you noticed.
Right.
I won't forgive this.
Or if I summon them again.
Funny, we just want one different land, but the fields are showing up a little early.
So, you're out.
Yeah. But yeah, we still can't get there on it. Might as well play it, though. It's not going to change anything. And what do we want here? Spread out our mana for Golos. Looks like, whoa, the Rupture Spire allowed. We want white and red in our mana somewhere. Is there a white and red?
There's a red-green and there's a white-black gate.
Okay.
Red-green, white-black gates. And if they don't have the Rally of Doom, you're in good shape.
Kind of like a rally. But we can root and bedeck next turn. But that's a lot of pain in the air. I guess I should have waited because the scry is a bit wasted now that I'm rooting.
Sure. It's easy to make minor issues like that.
I guess I'm going to get the eagle while their shields are down.
Absolutely.
Rather than try and get them on the backswing. Now, is this enough? This is technically lethal if they don't have anything else.
Right. And of course, they have a body. They have a body or something to kill you with.
Yeah. But look, we get to give people memes. Here, I'll show you. You never get to see it.
Oh, very cool.
You're missing the fact that right now it's playing Come Sail Away by Styx. All right. We may be dead.
You may be dead just by the sheer mass. Wait, actually, see what happens when you attack. Don't make sure you don't tap out. Keep 6.
Oh, because we have the 2?
You have 2 points of damage they're not going to be counting on.
That's true. If they leave themselves at 2, we still have a chance.
This could easily happen. But maybe not.
Funny that they would decide 4 is safe, but 2 is not. I guess that's fairly safe, but I'll show them the smart choice they made here.
Absolutely. So, as you see, the deck at least, it's putting out a ton of stuff. It's legal for the next format when you swap in Karn.
Mm-hmm.
It does have an issue with aggro. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other deck for a minute so you can win more.
Okay.
Because the other deck will beat the weenie stuff you seem to be playing in the format. So this was another deck. So Grixis Control is nice because you have the Blood Sun, Alpine Moon cards come into play. And most people, including myself, had been putting some number of Blood Suns into the deck in the main. What's interesting is Blood Sun is an incredible combo with Lotus Veil or Lotus
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Field, because when you play a Lotus Field after you have a Blood Sun, it just is a Black Lotus every turn. So if you have it out, you just drop it and it taps for 3 mana. It doesn't come into play tapped. It does lose hexproof.
Right.
It doesn't sacrifice lands. So your mana curve goes 1, 2, 3, 6.
Nice.
Assuming you spend your third turn on a cantrip. That's just crazy what you can do with that. It's using the tutor.
This.
It's using basically a generic tutor sideboard. It looks like you're missing the Blood Suns.
That's fine. Let me switch it on Stream Decker though.
This deck is fairly rock solid for doing things. It is a mature deck, although I know y'all would like it to be down to 60. I just haven't found the 60 card version that quite feels right. The 61 is working, and it hasn't been worth it to clean it, even at, playing it at a high level.
Well, maybe our viewers can ponder how they would cut it to 60 here as we play.
Yeah, my biggest issue is I think there's I'll show it when it comes up in a minute. There's a second card that I'm using. I sort of need one more card in there that will let me clean out bad stuff that's in the deck.
Okay.
You'll enjoy it, Fiddles. It's just crazy when it goes off, which is about 1 game out of 3. So this is not ideal.
Yeah, we can't really play these yet.
Yeah,
And we're going first, so we really need a land on the draw. Let's mulligan this. I think we have to.
Yeah, I think you have to keep that. That's fine.
Yeah.
You put one of the Lotuses back. That's one of the interesting side effects of this mulligan format. It lets you dispose of decks that have something they really don't want redundancy.
Right. Put that on the bottom, please.
Yes. The nice thing is Moment of Craving will not just kill the butcher, but you won't take his final kickback.
Right.
You don't want to put the Lotus in till last.
No, we need to Craving this turn anyway.
Right.
So we'll enter that tapped and do this with shields down.
Right.
We want the Dread. These are both rough, but
this one doesn't require mana to grow.
Sure. Good point.
Also, when you're looking at, sacrificing to the Lotus, which of course you do sometimes, you do want to keep the ones that are actually basic land as one of their types. Just more useful overall. So this is an interesting question here, where you want to go with. You're not under a lot of pressure. They're threatening to weenie swarm you.
Yeah. What do we have for that?
So you hit the sideboard generally for that. Or, of course, you could put out the... I might go with the Thought Seizure here.
Thought Erasure.
The Thought Erasure. And see if you have another land coming up and which way to go with it from there.
Okay. Guess we want the Corpse Knight, but these are both pretty good.
They're both pretty good. I would...
Yeah, maybe the Vanguard, actually.
Yeah, you probably just don't want the swarm too early, or too much of a swarm. That's not what you want to see here. I think I would go ahead and play it,
right.
And trust the deck. If you don't trust the deck, you shouldn't be playing it anyway.
No. Heart of the Curds. Are we having cheese curds? Well, this is our only play, so I'm going to do it. but this looks like it's maybe slipping away a bit.
This is slipping away unless... Oh, that's a nice pull. Legion's End.
All right. Looks like we have to get Corpse Knights with them. See how much they want to send at Narset. Take her out, probably. We're getting beat around today, Jay.
I have
Absolutely.
It's like it's magic or something.
It does happen. Yeah, this is good. Do you have enough mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not really. We got 4 total, 5
shoot,
mana.
You're not going to pull out.
But we gotta take out the Corpse Knights out of a sense of vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll scoop. Come on, let's knock somebody else around for once.
This is the deck that I expected to do better at the, earlier format. That looks all kinds of good.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah, Stratic, that seems like a winnable game. Playing the Crypt tapped, and that gives us Sulfur untapped next turn. Although if we want an Elder Spell, there's nothing to Elder Spell. So we're going to Sulfur in Legion's End, the Collector. And
nice.
we got the combo. Combo in hand.
See what they have. Always exciting.
Yeah, the peak's not bad. Elder Spell ready for Nissa. That's extra nice.
Mm-hmm.
Go with no pain here. No need to take pain, especially when we're going to take pain from Vinemare.
Right. Vinemare is always an issue for decks like this.
All right, well...
You've got plenty of mana. I mean, obviously you play the Lotus.
Yeah.
You've got 6.
Legion's End and Nickel?
I think you play Legion's End, take out the 2 Paradise and Nickel, and take out 1 other card. Kind of amazing that snuck through, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't realize that till this week when I was messing around with this type of deck that, wow, this is crazy amounts of mana available. Oh, you don't take pain from the pain land.
Oh, right.
You can just cold
just
drop
straight up
it.
duels. Straight up OG duels. Funny.
So the question is, can we survive we've got 2 turns, so as crazy as it sounds, we have enough mana to transform if we wanted. We can transform and get something out of their graveyard like the Nissa if we want. Because you have that much mana.
Well, that gives us a 3/3 to block the Vinemare, which is our bottom line, right?
Right,
so...
which is our bottom line. So swing and do that. Isn't that crazy that, turn 4 or turn 5, you're transforming a Nickel Bolas?
Seems all right.
It does. Lotus every turn is really good. Don't block with the Lotus Veil.
Yeah, let's not do that. Probably just our swamp here.
Behold, nature's true power. Protect the virtue of this world.
If they go after Nickel, it's not a big deal. We got another one
Yeah, you actually
gearing up.
circled.
All right, they're coming at us. That's fine too. I think we
Yep.
can do a lot of stuff here next turn.
And
Elder Spell. And,
they probably are out of it at this point.
let's see. With 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, do we go Nicol Bolas, Dragon God, and then Elder Spell? Does that give
That
us?
seems like a plan. I think that's a kill, isn't it?
Is it? Let's see.
Yeah. They don't have any permanents after the They don't have any legendaries
Right,
after
so
the
we just
Elder
win.
Spell. Just win. And in a stylish way.
We could do a bunch of stuff with our Planeswalkers, but we don't need to.
Whatever. You're already showing off enough by sacrificing the world to... Yeah, you have to...
We'll just do theirs.
Oh,
Should we do,
okay.
should we do all of them?
It doesn't matter.
It's all good.
All good. Use Nicol Bolas's win condition. Isn't that crazy?
That was cool.
Your damnation.
Your damnation. I don't think Blood Sun's seeing that much play in Modern. You just
I think
rather...
it is now. I think this
Really?
deck is seriously modern capable.
Hmm.
It's not this exact build, you understand? You probably want to do something that, some sort of land ramp deck.
I certainly hope there's not a straight port of a standard deck to Modern that is competitive in Modern, or else Standard is in trouble. You can try and link it. I forget what my link settings are, Saishueki, but you can give it a shot. If not, you can share your link with a mod, and they can check it out and share it. Looks good. Nothing that must tap, so let's go Blood Crypt.
Yeah, it's, very nice, solid, especially for the format. Blue-green, it looks like the control deck, which is fine.
It's going to keep playing Painlands painlessly. Although with the Blood Sun incoming, it maybe doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, the instant deck then. Instant
Yes.
blue-green.
Simic Flash. A lot of counter spells, so we're probably getting countered here, but you got to take your shots. Give it a try. We'll go Sulphur Falls. Do we just try the Legion's End to draw out counters, or go with the Blood Sun?
I would draw the counters with, just to be more mana efficient, to make sure you can kill things. See if you can get it out with the Planeswalker instead.
Okay, yeah, because then next turn we can do 2 Legion's End that they can't counter
That's
through.
exactly right.
Okay, good plan.
And we really don't want to die to that thing. We have a better late game than they do.
Oh, no counters, or at least...
Interesting.
Yeah, I think they would snap counter that if they could have.
Keep an open mind.
I don't think there's any Planeswalkers
Not the
in this
card
deck.
we want, but they, And still, you can go with the double legions.
Yep, and also Elder Spell does have at least the utility in this deck of what we saw, eating our own stuff to get to a quick ultimate, a little combo ultimate. Too bad they didn't have another Cutthroat, obviously, with the Legion's End.
I still have much to learn.
Well, that's a happy thing.
Yeah, so we'll start with...
Start with the Legion's End, see what their hand
Legion's
is.
End.
Kill the 3/2.
On the 3/2... Cookie Sleeves. Exciting.
Now you have an interesting question. Do you want the information, or you probably
life.
want to play it safe just to make sure they don't have some... The problem
It
is they might have an opt. Let's see what's in their hand.
Sure.
See what's in Oppo's hand. It might be interesting. It can be in this deck. And it's a lot safer.
Yeah, no instant saves that. play.
So, and we got a bonus one.
Nice.
They do have a counter in hand, and they also have, of course, knight, whatever. So I know a card they're not going to counter.
Yeah. I think they're okay with this Blood Sun.
I think they are too. They're wrong, but I think they're okay with it.
Well, this is great just because it forces the issue.
Well, it forces the counter, and it keeps the bad thing off for an extra turn.
Yeah.
So.
Or they can wolf and just give up the counter to the wolf. Yeah, it's almost like, shouldn't they just play the wolf in response and then let us steal the counter?
You are 100% correct.
Just making sure.
But there's no chance a player at this level would do that.
Hey, I'm at this level.
Yes, but you're also not playing a lot of constructive.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing anything relevant. I'll drop the grave. Oh, the grave right. It doesn't. This makes the grave free on damage. Can't really do much about the ambusher, so
we can't. You gotta draw something.
But I might as well crave the trickster.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait.
Might as well do it. You could even do it now. There's
Whoa!
No reason.
Did they not read this?
I don't know. So, as always in this deck, whoever mana floods is the likely loser. Or the person who doesn't play their ambusher.
Right. That was a little mistake there, Oppo.
I guess you're right, Sasuke.
Yeah, maybe they thought it was a counter. I mean, in this case, like, they actually get... Well, let's see if they do this. They should play their Night Pack in response, of course. But they don't? Wow. Oppo.
Have been foiled.
I guess that works too. But we survive an attack at 5. What is going on?
I don't know.
Is this a bug? Do they not actually have a card in their hand?
They're playing lands. They're playing them quickly. You're drawing all your lands.
No.
Don't forget you've got
no weakness I cannot exploit.
My prowess is unmatched. Meditate and prepare.
I forget what's in the board. We'll grab this.
Things that will crush them.
Should we do it now or yeah?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You've got mana. You're not doing anything else. We can take a look at the board.
Yeah, I guess we will.
So, removal for life gain. Deliver Unto Evil is incredible in a Bolas deck because it gets you back the Mastermind as well as 3 other cards. The power level of that card with Nicol Bolas is off the chart.
Should we do it?
Sure. Regrowth for 4. Hard to argue with.
And how does that work? Because we're going to...
In this case, how many things do you have in your discard right now? Just get them all back. Or 4 of them.
Oh, I see it. I actually had to read the text. Yeah, that is sick.
Yeah, it's just sick. It's just regrowth for 4.
And what for? Let's see. Legion's End isn't going to do it. Too bad we can't. There's nothing to get.
It kills the tokens.
Yeah, it kills the tokens.
Get a card.
You want a Blood Sun first?
Actually, do you have enough mana to 3, 6, 8?
Actually, what if
You got 8. You have 8 to win.
Okay.
Don't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Get back your Planeswalker, sacrifice it to Elder Spell,
Sure.
then use the ultimate.
All right. Make sure
Just
it's
make
not
sure it keeps you
screwing
double
us.
black.
Yeah, we got double black. And
might as well get 4. Doesn't really matter.
Outsmarted you eons ago.
make sure it leaves us 2 black here, and it does.
If you wish to surrender now,
And the Elder
Oh,
Spell,
no
oh, sure.
Just because I like activating planeswalkers. Go.
I don't know that I've ever killed this many people with Nicol Bolas before. Seems to be the way that you like to win.
Hey, if you have an effect that says win the game, I say activate it. That's
I
just me.
can't disagree with
That's
that.
just me. All right, let's play this again. I'll play maybe once or twice more, depending how the games go. Then I'm going to wrap up. I got a doctor's appointment today, get my annual exam, figure out just how old I am and how bad it's going in there.
I'm sort of hoping for next week we will have the new standard 2020 format to look at, which should be exciting.
Yeah, start brewing for that. Do you have any thoughts on how to approach Brawl building? How would you? Maybe we should look at what the trouble is building with. Like, we can't build with Brawl right now because it doesn't, like, there's so much of the cards that we would want to build with are not going to be here yet. So I don't know.
Right,
But
that's sort of the problem. The losing cards is easy. We just look, we start and we look, see which decks don't lose their soul. And I mean, the obvious power card, of course, Field of the Dead, is still there. And what's even worse is what I feel like the best answers go away.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's something that I'm not super pleased about. The red decks, there's a lot of red power. Elementals barely get touched. So that's another direction that is going to be in pretty good shape. What could be interesting is what this opens up. You know, what cards that were previously not quite strong enough will make it in.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see a lot more play of Karn. Karn and the artifact decks should become really dominant. By the way, you should do fairly well in this fight.
Yeah, I like this moment of craving. Figured I'd start with a Legion's End in case we caught something in hand.
Yeah. So that's, of course, your big threat.
Yep, I know all about that guy now.
Yeah, we showed him. Oh, that's actually a problem. That is a way you can lose.
Mana Screw. Well, let's Thought Erasure and then Surveil then. Make sure we try and find our land.
Yeah, I mean, that's a...
And usually in these decks, you got to just take their light up the stage.
You have to take the light up
It's
the
just
stage.
too good.
You're actually playing a 27 land deck.
That's, yeah, we just got a little unlucky.
Yeah, although granted 4 of them are ones you don't want to use, but you have a lot of surveillance and cantrip power. That was nice of Alpha.
Yeah, Cavalcade looks like it's going to be still a strong deck after rotation. Elemental Cavalcade will be the new Red Menace. If it's not already the new Red Menace. Looks pretty menacing to me.
I think it is. I think Cavalcade is the new Red Menace.
So we actually have to decline this and just give them 3 cards or we straight up lose. And can't play that.
You can
we just
stay alive with this, but yeah.
We kind of got mana screwed out of that one. Let's play again. I want another good showing with this deck before I take off for the day.
I mean, sadly, all the cool Lotus Veil combos I think have rotated out with the loss of Alpine Sun and Sun, Alpine Sun or Alpine Moon and Blood Sun. I always get those backwards due to the fact they named them after Blood Moon.
Yep. Well, same kind of hand as before, but we're gonna keep it again.
Oh yeah,
And
so you're gonna draw a 3rd land.
Well, actually, yeah, try and draw a 3rd land this time.
Draw a 3rd land and then draw a Veil. And
This may be another plan. You know, I was explaining. I don't know if you were on air at the time or not, Jay, but that R&D often puts in dangerous-looking combos in this 3-month window, as long as an important piece of the combo is rotating out. It's their time to take a little bit of risk to try and create some really spectacular-looking decks in Standard, knowing that if they aimed a little too high with them, that they have rotation to save them.
I sort of look at it as, here's where you figure out which decks are going to make it into Standard. Or make it into Modern.
Mm-hmm.
Out of Standard. So, this is potentially a really... No, different deck. You should kill the thing right now.
That will trigger the...
I was about to say that it was... I was expecting them to be playing a field deck, but... good call. One card. Top deck. Still land, and that'll work too.
Yep. To Badlands.
Mm-hmm. I think that card, sadly, it took Field of Dreams for people to realize how truly good that card actually is in a multicolor deck.
I know you think you like your hand, but
yeah, they really
we got
don't.
opinions on this.
But we can see what the rest of it is. Not bad.
Traces, Reclamation, and Retort. Try to get that retort out at the right time. Let me get down to this view.
If your deck wasn't so strong at this point, they'd have a pretty decent chance.
Well, we can force the counter with Nicol Bolas and then follow with Chandra, which will be tough for them to beat. But they are going to land a Krasis at some point for as much as 4. But it'll only be a 4/4.
There's no reason to trade your best card for their counter.
So don't play this?
Why?
What's that?
What's the benefit of it?
Oh, well, because it gets the counter out of their hands so that we can resolve Chandra. If
But
we think
Chandra
this
can't
is
be countered.
Oh, Chandra can't be countered. Okay, well then, yeah, no worries. Never mind. Sorry. I forgot. Totally limited player. I've played Chandra limited like 7 times, but it is not a relevant issue. The counter ability. This time we will drop Nicol and take out this Krasis, though. Oh no, they're going to untap all their lands. So
no, you can drop Chandra and take out their Krasis.
Can we though?
Oh, look at that!
Oh, nice. Well,
you now have lots of mana.
I mean, you can technically target it with the Wizard's Retort if you don't want to read either, Oppo.
So, I don't think it's worthwhile, but you could actually reduce it a little bit with the moment, but I think that's a mistake. Just burn it.
Yeah, that was suggested in chat too, but I think they've shown small enough creatures that we want to save the moment for later, and
burn it. They still have to deal with Chandra somehow.
Right.
And blue-green are not the colors ideally suited, unless they have a Nissa running around.
Utterly is the best way to destroy things.
That's fine. All right. Well, that's too bad. Sneaky, sneaky. Even doing the moment of craving trick wouldn't help, though. Then it would just be a 4 loyalty planeswalker facing a 4/4. They cast spells as they have flash.
Wow, that seems like entirely the wrong card for this deck.
Well, I guess they're just trying to combo Wilderness Reclamation with big stuff.
I guess they managed to cost themselves a 3/3.
Well, we're costing ourselves a Chandra here. Let's see if we can... If they don't have... Yeah, we're going to have to probably offer them nickel at some point just to try and cast something. We can't just sit here and lose to this forever. Too many lands now.
There's still no rush because of all the mana you have?
I mean, it's literally just...
I guess if you drew a second nickel... You would, or if you drew a second nickel bolus, you would need
7, 8,
the...
9, 10. We
no, you've got enough.
Yeah, we have enough for 2 nickels, so...
Right.
Yikes.
Kill that at an instant.
Stratic thinks we're done. We got to find our way to a win now, just to prove him wrong. Double nickels. We did get double nickel, but not...
You did get double nickels. Play the creature version first, I suspect. Well, yeah. Yeah, the creature version first.
Well, we play the creature version, it gets countered. We play the planeswalker version, it works, but then what do we do? Like, how does this win us the game?
Kill their creature.
Yeah, one of them, and then it cracks back and kills nickel, and then we're completely
then
boardless.
You're in a top... Well, but then you're in a top deck war.
Well, no, they're going to have 2 creatures.
Or, actually, you know what? You're right. You play the other one, draw the counter, and then play this one, take 4, block if they attack with the weenies, and then transform and reanimate.
Right.
No, you're correct, 100%.
Sometimes it happens. Not always, but sometimes.
Sorry, I play too much limited these days, I guess.
That's my line.
Oh, no.
That's my excuse.
Yeah, but it's my line for when I'm wrong.
All right. Well, we can both use it. Interesting.
That seems nice. Does Oppo not realize how much mana you have?
Maybe not, but we're gonna swing in. Probably even have Narset left over. I'll let auto tap figure it out. Looks like we do.
No one can stand in my way.
Let's see what we want to bring out.
So,
probably Chandra?
Yeah. What does that get us? Let's see. Then we do 3 to everything.
3 to everything.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then Narset.
And then Narset after you've cleaned the weenies that they have.
The dead shall serve me.
Anyone who stands in my way is getting get out of my way. Or, you know.
It's amazing what you can do with unlimited mana, isn't it?
It's almost like... Oh my gosh. Let's see. They're going to attack down... Oh, this is Risen, so that's not even that Bolas, but we take this Bolas.
Get that Bolas.
Which one do you want, Abo?
They're all ugly.
Fizzled out.
though. You could draw 2 cards for starters. Before you play your land, you might
Yeah,
draw
I should do
another
that.
nail.
So let's do this.
Good call. And don't forget the other nickel bolus draws you 2 lands this turn.
I have just the trick for this.
Whiff! It
Whiff.
happens.
It does.
All
Good thing
right,
you
what are we
didn't,
doing here?
you-
Draw 2 cards off nickel.
Yeah, they
Or-
shouldn't be land now, though.
We could just deal 10 damage to... No, all right.
Do you have the... Yeah.
But this destroys a creature as well, so I think we just go up here.
My knowledge is
Wow,
endless.
6 lands in a row.
That is a lot.
Good thing you didn't have to draw them.
Boo! We might be done here. Stratic's actually right. This has been a great game, though. Like, really flipped. That was a perfect top deck for them. Couldn't exactly play around Frilled Mystic being in their hand. What
You
topic?
also couldn't play around having 6 lands in a row.
Dionysus, I want to read things from people who are writing about what they're experts in. So, if you're an expert at something, write about that. Yeah, how to punt less.
You are a mighty
We will
warrior.
meet again.
I concede.
Man, that flipped quick. How to trigger Stratic? That's a short one.
Yeah, I think you do kill them.
I mean, there's nothing else to do. They're going to kill us. I mean, we could wait and get more.
And it
but
doesn't
then,
help to wait.
It doesn't help to wait. It just kills us. Personal growth, minimalism, or sustainability. There you go. You got to give me. You got to give me a multiple choice question. Not an open-ended write whatever you want, or else it's too much. Minimalism. If there was a thing that I think about doing, it's like de-pack ratting my personal self, my life, and moving someplace really inexpensive where I can
strike hard.
live inexpensively through minimalism and still have a happy life.
I think that'll... No, you still got...
Well, they can plus. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus this is 11. So unfortunately, they found the right stuff to take back our take back. But that was a cool match. Went back and forth. That's all right. I haven't read any of it, Stratic, so if Dionysus wants to ship me a minimalism article, I'll read it. For
How
now,
about
though...
minimalism in card collecting?
Yeah, that's tough. Like, I'm helping Jay with his minimalism because I bought all his cards from him, and they're piled in boxes all around me right now. So,
I hate to say this, you just bought the Seattle stuff.
Oh, that's, well,
I was in Atlanta for the first 5 years of Magic's history, and those cards are still back in Atlanta.
ooh, I want those. Give me those first 5 years cards.
I have to go grab them. They're deep in a basement. Next time we're in Atlanta.
All right. Well, this deck is sweet. I think I'll be playing it on this paid account when I'm grinding because that was fun. And I appreciate it. Let's see.
I am glad you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you all next week, and hopefully we'll have Standard 2020 to play with.
Right on, Jay. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'll send you along now, and we will find out who we're going to raid. Thanks a lot, and see you next week, Jay.
Catch everybody later. Bye, guys.
Looking at our options. I rated Gabby a couple times recently. Let's find somebody else. Not that I don't love Gabby, but I haven't actually rated Professor Noxious in a while, but they are not playing Magic. I'm going to send you to somebody playing Magic. So how about Mobius? We haven't gone to Mobius in a bit. He's always drafting. We like that. Stratic and I on the same page here. And Mobius is kind of like my level of streamer, so it actually feels like I'm doing something when I raid Mobius, you know what I'm saying? Have a great weekend, everybody. I had a great week. It's been a lot of fun streaming, and the healthy gem total we have on the free-to-play does not hurt my mood. Let's keep it going next week. And, oh, really? Well, say congratulations to Mobius for me. I'll be in the chat for a little bit, but then I'm out of here, so... have a great time this weekend, everybody. Thanks, YouTubers, for hanging out, and we'll catch everybody next week. See ya.